What set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me.
To us, it would now be 4 days ago. We might even be on day 5. That Floyd Mayweather is being held in Dubai.
I got about 100 cars, but right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis, a professional boxer once mentored by Mayweather, highlighted Mayweather's reckless generosity. Davis recalled times when Mayweather bought him lavish items like houses and luxury cars, often without fully grasping what he was purchasing. This unchecked spending reflects not only Mayweather's urge to flaunt his wealth but also questions his financial judgment.
Stuff like, how did he give you his first piece?
He gave me a Rolex. I think a plane. I didn't even know what Rolex was. He bought me a damn Cuban. That probably was like 100 grand.
Right.
He bought me a lot. He bought me a car. He got me in a house. He did a lot. He did a lot before I even was signed to him.
Mayweather's penchant for grandiosity goes beyond personal gifts. His arrival in Mexico aboard a tank exemplifies his drive to grab attention through extravagance. While such acts might seem like simple showmanship, they point to a deeper issue, a compulsive need to flaunt wealth, no matter the cost. In today's digital age, Mayweather turns his acquisitions into public spectacles rather than private indulgences. He frequently posts videos showcasing luxury watches and high-end cars, seeking validation from his audience. This behavior reveals an insecurity masked by materialism, where possessions are valued not for personal joy but for public approval.
The money man is back. I'm here in New York City with the one and only Benny the Jeweler. Benny, tell the people what you sold me today.
Alright, see what's going on. We got the Eye of the Tiger factory on a full pave bracelet.
And tell the people about this,
We got
please.
we got the white tag with it too.
That's an extra 20,000 from what he told me.
Yes, sir.
Money made, and y'all know the rest. Benny, talk to him.
You know what's going on. Big money out here, big factory out here, and we got more shit on the way. Stay tuned.
Let's go.
The relationship between Mayweather and Davis has been rocky, with Davis revealing his mentor's controlling nature. He shared feelings of being manipulated and misrepresented by Mayweather, exposing a toxic dynamic rooted in power and control. This dominance extends to financial matters, where Mayweather's lavish gifts act more as tools of control than acts of kindness. Such dynamics strain personal bonds and result in financial choices driven by ego over wisdom.
Set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's weird. I feel like y'all got, I would say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of this.
Deal, he don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing
This
it.
exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see.
Rumors have emerged about Mayweather's financial instability, with Davis claiming the boxing champion was held hostage in Dubai over unpaid jewelry debts. If true, such incidents reveal a troubling reality of living beyond his means and struggling to manage mounting obligations. This stands in stark contrast to the wealthy image Mayweather portrays, casting doubt on the true state of his finances.
Speechless if this is true, but Floyd Mayweather is held hostage in Dubai. Gervonta Davis suggested this, who I believe is signed under Floyd Mayweather. Then Floyd responded back of posting a video of Tank dancing on his IG, saying, "We always knew he had sugar in the tank." Like, actually, that's insane posting this online. I'm not even kidding. And then Tank went on his IG story to say this.
Yo, them people over in Dubai that money. Tell them get on live right now. And you old people in Saudi Arabia.
And Floyd responded back saying he should fight Shakur instead. I have no clue what is going on with this beef, but they're basically saying that Floyd Mayweather is broke and owes people money and he's hiding in Dubai. I'm actually speechless if any of that is remotely true, but I kind of can see that coming. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul like 2 years ago said that Floyd is actually broke. And it low-key might be true, but we'll see what happens.
Further allegations claim that Mayweather has a history of not paying for luxury items in Dubai, straining relationships with vendors and creditors. This pattern of acquiring goods without clearing dues points to a reckless approach to money management. Living on credit and delayed payments is a risky path that can lead to financial collapse, no matter how much one has earned in the past.
The Tank's come out with a bit of a mad statement, and he said that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai because he owes people money and he can't pay them, or won't pay them, one or the other. Before I carry on, please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Now for me, the idea that one of the richest men in the world cannot pay somebody in Dubai is a bit mad. However, Tank Davis has come out and said ask Floyd to go live right now, and he can't. Which is a fair point, and knowing how Mayweather's ego is, if it was possible for him to go live, he would be responding to this straight off the bat. Now that being said, it wasn't that long ago since we saw that video call between him and Bill Haney on the internet. And whether this is true or not, I do not know. It could just be Tank throwing shots at Floyd Mayweather, because I know that relationship has been a little bit ropey in the last few years. But you never know. Especially with somebody like Mayweather, who sometimes comes across with a bit of a god complex. Maybe he's just tried screwing the wrong people. But let me know what you guys think to this. Do you think that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai? Or do you think this is just Tank Davis stirring up some stuff? Let me know in the comments. As always, like, a favourite, save a share, all appreciated. Please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Peace out.
Mayweather's insecurity also shows in his interactions with rising boxers like Davis. He publicly claimed that Davis couldn't become a pay-per-view star, downplaying his protégé's potential. This hesitation to let others shine reflects his fear of being overshadowed, resulting in actions that harm both his relationships and his legacy.
Had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
So is Gervonta Davis that guy?
I truly believe at this particular time, he's one of the guys that can go out there and become a pay-per-view star. I think to become a superstar in this era is a lot easier than the road I had to take over 20 years ago.
You had the hard road. It's
Yes.
the social media now. The access
Yes,
that people have to your videos and what you're doing. You can promote yourself how you want now.
Yes. So, you know, in today's time, you have celebrities and stars that I may never even heard of, but they're rich off of social media. So times have changed.
Davis has pointed out Mayweather's unwillingness to see any fighter surpass his accomplishments. This ego-driven attitude stifles emerging talent and exposes a deep-rooted insecurity. In trying to keep others beneath him, Mayweather reveals a fragile self-esteem that wealth alone can't hide. Such a mindset is unsustainable and can ultimately lead to personal and professional isolation.
Mayweather set you up against Pedraza. Did he really keep Pedraza up? Later.
He didn't know how good I was and how I would like handle the situation, so he just threw me out there. Type shit. He was hurt. He was hurt. I mean, not even hurt. He was just bad. First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. How the fuck would you say Terrence Crawford should fight? Finna be there. That don't make no fucking sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
You next in line. This was your next in line.
Is there like a
The last question, guys.
is there like a love-hate for Floyd? Like,
Yeah,
the fighter?
yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And he cause I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this, I'm that, I'm that, and
thank you very much. I will see you at 9:30.
it just I don't know.
Mayweather's fight with Conor McGregor was hailed as a financial bonanza, with claims of earning $100 million. However, reports suggest these figures were greatly inflated, raising questions about his alleged billion-dollar fortune. This exaggeration of earnings is not only misleading but also reflects a desire to project an image of unmatched success, even at the expense of honesty.
What's the biggest fight you've ever had?
Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, which ironically is a boxing event, but it's the biggest combat sports fight ever.
What did that gross?
It did 4.4 or 4.5 million buys at $100 a buy.
Yeah. So that worked out okay.
Further scrutiny shows that Mayweather's actual earnings are far lower than his claims. For example, his earnings from certain fights were closer to $60 million, not the $350 million he frequently boasts about. This pattern of exaggeration raises doubts about the authenticity of his wealth and points to a facade built to maintain his public image.
Money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
You know, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Analysts like Chael Sonnen have noted that Mayweather's ongoing participation in exhibition fights is driven more by necessity than passion, likely due to having spent his substantial earnings. These fights act as a way to maintain his extravagant lifestyle. This reliance on irregular income streams is unsustainable and reflects poor financial planning.
First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a fight. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete over Christian Ronaldo.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is.
So if you had to guess, what do you think's the most Floyd ever made in a fight?
Oh, I think that Floyd's, he's probably made about 60 million before in one night. But no, 100 million, 130 million, they just didn't have. I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money.
You think he blew through all of his money?
I'm claiming for you, he in his whole career has made about 100 million. People think he made 130 in a night. I'm sharing with you he didn't. No boxer's ever made 130 million in one night.
Chelsea didn't hold back when discussing Floyd Mayweather's financial downfall. While many focus on his earnings inside the ring, Sonnen highlighted the real issue, what Mayweather spent outside of it. According to Sonnen, Mayweather's problems aren't due to a lack of income but because he spent money as though it would never run out. With exhibition fights now his primary source of income, it's clear these aren't about fun or legacy, they're about keeping the lights on in his gold-plated mansion. This shift says a lot, from fighting for belts to fighting for bills, a sad turn for someone who once called himself money.
No, Floyd's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box when he said he's retired, why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion. Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, I mean, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works when you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money. If you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going to be broke.
Floyd didn't just waste money, he allegedly made it through scams and half-baked promotions. He's been accused of taking cash from fans for events or merchandise that never materialized. A TikTok expose revealed how Mayweather's image is built on shaky ground, relying more on hype and illusion than on follow-through and integrity. From no-show appearances to promotions that fizzled without a trace, it appears Mayweather's brand is more about baiting fans than building trust. Then there's the endless display of extravagance. Floyd doesn't just buy things, he collects them like trophies and proudly posts proof of each purchase. From an absurd number of cars to rooms filled with untouched luxury items, his lifestyle oozes excess.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been paid over $1 billion through his career. What are the craziest ways that he spent it? Let's start with the ice. Dude has almost everything diamond crusted, from his plates and silverware to the case for his gold iPhone to his $18 million watch nicknamed the Billionaire. Moving on, apparently Mayweather also loves golf, or probably just golfing around courses. Dude owns a pair of Cadillac and Bentley golf carts, worth over $500,000 together. Then there's his barber, who makes house calls 3 to 4 times a week, each visit costing money a clean $1,000. And it gets even crazier. Apparently, Floyd never uses the same pair of boxers twice, and he'll leave all of his kicks at hotels he stays at as gifts to staff. But the scary thing, none of this comes close to the dude's gambling habit. Floyd reportedly dropped over $6 million on the Heat in Game 7 of the 2013 finals. And thankfully, LeBron came through for him, and that's just a slice of the money life of Money Mayweather.
But it also screams desperation. His video tours feel less like flexes and more like cries for attention. What's worse, he rarely even uses most of the items. They're just there to impress, not to serve any real purpose.
I love sneakers. I don't know about nobody else, but Money May love his sneakers. As you can see, I got them stacked all the way up to the top. And I gotta let people know it's sneakers in every box. I ain't stacking just a bunch of boxes, a bunch of sneakers. You know how we do. Wear these one time only. What's the game? Jenga? I don't know the name of it. Let's stack it, let's go. You know, it's dangerous up here. It don't look high, but it's high. Let's stack.
In one of his latest flexes, Mayweather claimed to own over 100 luxury cars, Ferraris, Rolls-Royces, Bentleys, you name it, he's got it. But what's the point of owning so many cars if they just sit there collecting dust? It's not about transportation, it's about validation. It's almost as if he's trying to convince himself, not the world, that he's still on top. But anyone watching closely can see the reality. This is a man trying to maintain an illusion, spinning the wheels of a lifestyle he can't really afford anymore.
Options. I got about 100 cars. But right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari, Lambo, Maybach, a Maybach, whatever you want to call it. Of course, the McLaren, the original McLaren. Bentley, Rolls. The Maybach truck or Maybach truck, whatever you want to call it.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned.